Hey guys, Bangity Bangs here, and today I'm going to be doing the Rip It or Ship It book tag. And this tag was created by my friend Emma over at Emma's Books, and she is also the one who tagged me in it, and it's really cool. It works a lot like that game that Scott and Mitch or Skomish from Superfruit came up with, where people tweet them in suggestions of celebrities that they think would make good couples, and they decide if they approve of the relationship, meaning they ship it, or if they don't approve, meaning they rip it. So Emma has devised a way to make this applicable to book people, and basically you just have to pair your own characters from different stories and series together and think if they would make a good match or not. So what I've done today is I've filled my incredible chalice here with a whole bunch of names of characters from all kinds of different book series. I think I have about every genre represented here, like characters from them, except for contemporary. I don't think that I really have any contemporary people, but you'll just have to wait and see. There's a mixture of males and females in here, and I'm just gonna draw two at a time and see if I ship them together or if I rip them apart. So this should be very interesting. Let's get started. Gotta mix them around real good. Okay, so the first pair that I have is Hermione Granger and Edward Cullen. Okay, well, Hermione is probably my favorite female character in any book series ever, and Edward is kind of not my favorite character in general, so I'm going to rip this one. Okay, next we have Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones and Isabel Lightwood from The Mortal Instruments. Okay, so that's a really interesting pairing, actually. Like, I feel like they both have really strong kind of alpha female personalities that might clash together, but then again, I don't know. It might be good for them to have someone who can like keep up with them when they're like intellectually and when they're arguing and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship that one. Yeah. I approve of that. Cersei needs to, get away from her brother, and she'd be better off with Isabel. Alright, next. Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. And 4, Tobias from Divergent. Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah, because I'm not really a fan of Peeta or Gale from The Hunger Games, so yeah, I'm going to ship Katniss and 4 together. Next, I have Ginny Weasley from Harry Potter. Oh my god, Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. No, there are too many of these incestuous relationships in literature already, so rip it to pieces. Next we have Pansy Parkinson from Harry Potter, the girl in Slytherin house, and Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm definitely going to ship these two together. That is kind of too perfect the way that worked out. I always thought of Pansy as being Draco's girlfriend anyway, so that's almost like canon. Actually, did Draco even marry Pansy in canon? Like at the end, in the epilogue in Deathly Hallows, was that who she was with? I can't remember. But next we have Luna Lovegood, keeping on the Harry Potter train. I guess that'd be the Hogwarts Express. Ooh, and Daenerys Targaryen. Khaleesi, the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones. I ship that, totally. I think that would be so cool because they're both kind of magical, and Luna is just weird and wonderful and quirky, and Khaleesi is just, Khaleesi, and I'm going with kind of the TV version where she's a little more grown up than in the book version where she's supposed to be like 13 or 14, which is kind of creepy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ship those two together. Okay, and next we have Bellatrix Lestrange. This will be interesting, with Jace from Mortal Instruments. Oh my god. That would be something. I don't know. I feel like they would be at each other. Like somebody would end up injured in that relationship. So I don't think it would work out too much. I'm going to rip it. Okay, and the next pairing, let's see. Okay, so we've got Clary from the Mortal Instruments series and Prince Dorian from Throne of Glass. So, let's see. Prince Dorian is kind of like pompous and arrogant and really sure of himself. Also kind of a book nerd too, which Clary, I don't think she's really, I mean, she's nerdy. She likes anime and stuff, but I don't. Nah, if it takes me this long to think about it, then they're not gonna work, so rip them. Alright, next we have Voldemort from Harry Potter, paired with, oh my god, When Emma did this, she got the exact same pairing. I got Voldemort with Percy Jackson. That is so crazy. Go watch Emma's video. She gets the same thing. I'm not even kidding you guys. Look, Percy Jackson with Voldemort. Maybe it's like a sign that they're supposed to be together for some really weird and disturbing reason, but I just can't do it. No, I'm gonna still rip it. That's not gonna happen. Robb Stark from Game of Thrones with Triss from Divergent. Okay, so that's a really, really weird pairing because Robb Stark is like a lord from this kind of feudal medieval society, and Triss is from this dystopian Chicago, and she like is dauntless and shoots people and stuff. But I mean, they both kind of do pretty well in battle scenes. At least Triss does in the first book. So you know what? Why not? I'm gonna ship them. I think, yeah, that would be interesting. Shipping those two. Chaol from the Throne of Glass paired with Allison Cullen, and Allison is actually my favorite character in Twilight, and but those two together, I don't know, Chaol is kind of like brooding and serious, so, and yeah, I guess that might pair kind of well with Allison, who's really more sort of frivolous and carefree and happy all the time, so yeah, I think that'd be good for Chaol. I'm gonna pair them together. I'm gonna ship it. I think I'm about halfway through these. I made more than I thought. Simon from the Mortal Instruments paired with Magnus from the Mortal Instruments, the Warlock. So, alright. I think I'm going to ship these two. I think that, I feel bad for Simon. He never really got with Clary, even though he did end up, I guess, you know, scoring with that werewolf chick. They kind of made it look like they're together at the end of City of Glass, which is as far as I've gotten in the Mortal Instruments so far. But yeah, I think that might be interesting if he's with Magnus, because from the Infernal Devices anyway, Clockwork Angel, which I read, I know that Magnus does, or he's not opposed to dating vampires, which Simon is. So yes, I am going to ship Simon and Magnus. Of course, because Simon, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't trust Magnus because he was turned to a rat at his party, so that might foster some issues between them there, and if you don't have any trust in a relationship, then you can't really have a relationship. There's no solid foundation there, so you know what? No, it won't work. I'm gonna rip it. Next we have Will Herondale from the Infernal Devices series with Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. Yes, Neville needs some love. I ship it. They're both kind of magical anyway, and yeah, maybe Will Herondale can help Neville out with his spells. Harry Potter from Harry Potter, paired with Ygritte from Game of Thrones. That's interesting. She's like a fiery redhead, just like Ginny, Kissed by Fire. I think Harry has a thing for the gingers, so this might work. I'm gonna ship it. Luke from the Mortal Instruments with Valentine. Oh my god. That might make sense. It seems like there's some kind of unresolved feelings there between them whenever they interact, and you know, they had some history together that ended on a bad note. Maybe this is their chance to resolve everything. Yeah, maybe they do belong together. I never thought about it. I'm gonna ship them, and we'll see what happens. Sirius Black from Harry Potter, paired with Selena from Throne of Glass. Huh. Okay, so Selena, she's an assassin, she's headstrong, at least in the first book anyway, and also kind of girly. Sirius Black is a convicted murderer who didn't really do it. Yeah, I feel like Sirius might be good for Selena. She could use like a sort of a wiser older man who's been around a little bit, and, well, around the world, I mean, like knows some things, and yeah, they might make a good couple. I'm gonna ship it. Okay. Next, I have Gimli, the dwarf from The Lord of the Rings, paired with Frodo from Lord of the Rings. No, I don't think Gimli could come between Frodo and Sam. That'd be too awkward. I don't think it would work. I'm gonna rip it. Gale from The Hunger Games, paired with Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. I don't think there's any way that would work out. Jon Snow is just too manly and awesome, and Gale, I'm sorry, he's just not. I don't think he could keep up with Jon. Ripping this one. Cinder from Cinder, paired with Legolas. Yes, I'm shipping this. Just, yes, a cyborg and an elf. It'd be amazing. Ship it. Okay, next I have Joey Graceffa, and this counts because he just wrote a memoir in real life, which I just finished reading like the other day and really enjoyed it. You guys should all go out and get it if you haven't yet. But since he's like, you know, he's talking about himself in that book, that kind of makes him like a book character, right? So whatever, I'm going with it. Joey Graceffa and Jaime Lannister. Huh. Well, that's an interesting pairing. They might look good together. Like, they're both kind of blonde, and I feel like Joey would be sort of the damsel that Jaime would be protecting, and yeah, they might make a good couple. I'm gonna go ahead and ship this. Yeah. Joey can have Jaime and get him away from his sister. Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings, and let's see who he'll get paired with, who's not Frodo because he's already been picked out. Paired with Peeta from the Hunger Games. Yeah, I can see this happening. I can see it because Sam is a hobbit and loves to eat. Peeta's a baker. They're perfect for each other. I ship this so much. Finnick from the Hunger Games, paired with Tessa from the Infernal Devices. Well, I'm trying to think like how their personalities would work together. I could see Finnick and Tessa maybe hitting it off. I don't know, there's nothing that screams that they would go well together, but yeah, why not? We'll give them a shot. I'm gonna ship it. Emmett Cullen from Twilight, paired with Annabeth from Percy Jackson. That seems like a little weird. Emmett is much, much older than Annabeth, even if he doesn't look like it, and you know, I don't think they really have that much in common. Emmett's super strong, Annabeth is the daughter of Athena. Nah, it wouldn't work. Rip it. Next, Tyrion from Game of Thrones, paired with Jem from the Infernal Devices. Yeah, you know, I don't see this one really working out as much. I don't think Jem is really Tyrion's type, and I have no idea what Jem's type is, actually, because I've only read Clockwork Angel, and it seems like Jem isn't attracted to anybody so far, except maybe Tessa a little bit, but, you know, whatever. Rip it. Next we have, getting down to the end here, Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones, and the last one paired with Galadriel from Lord of the Rings. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ship this because Sansa goes through so much crap throughout her whole journey in A Song of Ice and Fire, and if she had a girlfriend like Galadriel who's like immortal and can do magic and can just smite anybody who tries to mess with Sansa, then her life would be so much easier, and I feel bad for her. I want her life to be easier, so I'm going to ship this. Alright you guys, so those were all the pairings that I have for you today. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite pairing that I read out, and who would you pair together of some of the characters that I mentioned? Like, which couples do you think would work out the best? So now it's time for me to tag some people, so let's see. I am going to tag Sam from Novels and Nonsense, Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, and Ben from Benjamin of Tomes. And Sticula, too. So, that's 4. I'm good with that. And I think this will about do it here for today. If you're not subscribed to me and you would like to be notified whenever I put up a new video, then go ahead and click on Joey's face right here in real life, because this book is pretty cool. Go ahead and do it now. Thank you. And also you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links for all that are down below. And I hope that you guys have an amazing life and day and everything, and I will see you all very soon with a new video in the very near future. So until then, okay, I love you, bye.